Awesome, you guys. So welcome to training. Welcome to training. I'm so excited for today. Today is the fun day. Today is the energetic day. Today is the day where we get to dive in and learn a lot of skills. We'll dive into some product knowledge. I'll show you guys the entire presentation, show you how everything works, how to build a calendar, how to build a schedule, how to talk to people who our target market is. It is going to be a very, very fun, action-packed day. So make sure you guys have your pens and papers ready to take a lot of notes. So before we do get started with the day, I want you guys to write this one phrase down. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So how you present yourself on Zoom today is how you're going to present yourself to your family, to your customers, to your significant others, to your boss, to your coworkers. And so how you do one thing is how you do everything. So I just want to make sure that we're getting started off on the right foot with the right expectations. So with that being said, I just want to go over some Zoom expectations. So first thing I'm going to ask is for good body language all day today. You'll see me like lean back sometimes. You'll see me like kind of go to the side and like move around and do that kind of fun stuff. But I just want to make sure you guys are in the center of your screens. Please, none of like this. I don't want to see your guys' foreheads all day today. I don't want to see none of this. I don't want to see you guys chilling in like the bottom corner of your guys' screen. I don't want to see any of this today. So just make sure that you guys have good body language, that you guys are in a nice, comfortable area and a nice, comfortable position where we really get just to dive in today. Next is please be professional. We are all adults here. I'm going to treat you guys like young professionals because that's what you guys are, is you guys are young professionals. So please make sure you guys are professional on the Zoom. If you have something going on, it's okay just to turn off your camera for a little bit. I will be asking for your guys' videos to be on the majority of the day today. But I get it. Sometimes mom or dad or someone's walking around in the background. Sometimes you guys need to turn off your camera, take care of something, come back. That is a-okay. But I am going to be asking for the majority of the day that your camera does stay on. Just the importance of that is I knew I was in college once. I knew if my microphone was turned off and my video was turned off, I was doing literally anything but paying attention. I was on Instagram, I was on Snapchat, I was on TikTok. I was not paying attention. And what we found is the best reps on our team are the ones that have their videos on and are actively taking notes throughout the day. So make sure you guys' video is on. With that being said, if you guys do need to turn off your camera for a little bit, 5 to 6 minutes, turn off your camera, take care of whatever you need to take care of and come back. Also, like with bathrooms, like we'll have breaks throughout the day, but you don't need to like raise your hand and be like, Mr. Trey, can I go to the bathroom? Like, you don't need to do that. I'm not your teacher. We're all adults here. When you guys need to go, just turn off your camera, leave, go to the bathroom, come back. I will not be offended if you turn off your camera for a little bit. Next thing is the side-by-side and speaker view. So if you guys go in the bottom or in the top right-hand side of your guys' screen, you can do speaker view or gallery view. When you do gallery view, you get to see everyone on the Zoom call. If you just do speaker view, you'll just see me. So if you have like better time focusing and just like looking at one person, me, that's okay too. Or if you want to put it on gallery view and see everyone, that's okay too. Next is chat box vibes. Throughout the chat box, I will be, or throughout training today, I will be asking you guys to type into the chat box. So please, please, please make sure you guys are being professional in the chat box. I have a lot of expression. Sometimes I'll drop a little F-bomb here or there just because I get passionate about it. So if you have mom or dad walking around in the background and they hear me cussing, I promise mom, dad, I'm a good manager. But in the chat box, please no cursing. Please be professional in the chat box, kind of diving back into number one. And then the last thing I want to go ahead and talk about is just tech issues. There will be tech issues today. Someone's Wi-Fi is going to go out. Someone's computer is going to do a thing with the stuff and something's going to happen. I don't know. Last week it happened to me like halfway through training. It was like a thunderstorm and like the lights in my building turned on and off and then my Wi-Fi reset. So yeah, I had tech issues last week. If you guys do have any tech issues, feel free just to shoot me a text message or a quick call and just be like, hey Trey, my computer died, or hey Trey, my Wi-Fi went out, or hey, I need to grab a charger real quick, I'll be right back. Just keep staying good communication with me. You guys all have my numbers. I've all given you guys a call, I've all given you guys a text message. So just make sure that you guys are staying in good communication with me. So can I just get a thumbs up on good Zoom communication? Cool. Next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is just some upcoming events, some exciting stuff. So if you guys want to go ahead and pull out your calendars and pull out your guys' notes, I got some dates and times for you guys to jot down. So we're in training today, so congratulations, you made it. Woo! Next thing is going to be training on day 2. That'll be Saturday, October 1st. We'll go from 10 to 5, and this will be on Zoom. Don't worry if we probably will finish early. To be honest, we'll probably finish early today. We'll probably finish early tomorrow. But just be prepared to go till 5 o'clock, and we get out early, then we get out early. But just be prepared to go from to 7 tonight and then 5 tomorrow. Next is for advanced training. We'll have advanced training 1 on Tuesday, October 4th from 5 to 7. This can either be in office or over Zoom. If you guys are local and you're near our local office, please come to the office. The office is dope. I spent a lot of time getting it pretty for you guys. So if you guys ever want to come and work out of the office and never want to come and hang out, kick it with me, do presentations from here, make phone calls from here, anything that you guys want, you guys also can come here. I'm here all day, every day, except for Sundays. I work from home on Sundays. So any day besides Sunday, I will be here. Next is advanced training 2. This will be on Thursday, October 4th, and that'll be from 4 to 5. And that is either in office or over Zoom as well. We'll also have team meeting right after advanced training 2 from October 4th from 5 to 7. And then we'll have a team night out from 7 to 9 in the office as well. We're gonna have a cup pong tournament in the office. I got some ping pong balls. I got some red Solo cups. So if you guys want to get a little cup pong tournament going on, you guys definitely have that option and that availability to come to the office and get some cup pong going. So that is an option for you guys as well. And then lastly, advanced training 3 on Sunday, October 9th from 11 to 12. And that will complete our advanced training series. And then by that time, next Sunday, you guys will be ready to go with all the knowledge, tools, tips, tricks, and everything you need to be an absolute badass at this job. So just a thumbs up. Does everyone have all of those events written down in their calendar? Perfect. 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 So next thing I want to go ahead and talk about real quick is I just want to review the day and how today is going to go. So first is I'm going to just review some of the pay and how the pay structure works. And I'm going to introduce you to our division manager, Drew Frank. And then I'm going to dive in a little bit more about who we are as a company. We're going to dive into our tips for success for the day, who our customers are. We're going to do a full demo walkthrough. I'm going to teach you guys how to share your goals. We're going to go over some product knowledge. We're going to talk about our competitors and how to ask for the order. And then we are going to make a plan. We're going to schedule you guys' first 4 days out on the job, because failing to plan is planning to fail. So I'm going to get you guys organized with the schedule and know exactly what you guys are going to be doing for your first 4 days on the job. Then we're going to go ahead and set up our first 5 to 10 appointments and 5 to 10 presentations that we are going to do for our first 4 days on the job. And then we're just going to go ahead and wrap up today. So that's what today will really look like. That's the agenda for today. Some parts may take a little bit longer, same time, some parts might take a little bit shorter. But the goal is to get you guys out of here at least before 7 o'clock. So next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is just some of our assistant managers. You guys met Zach Utera already earlier in training. We do have 2 other assistant managers on our squad. Their names are Isabella Strublo. She's right here in the center. And then Annie Neeson. She's over here on the left-hand side. These 3 individuals are the best of the best in our office, and they are absolute badasses. I'm going to have Annie and Isabella pop on throughout training periodically, so you guys will be able to meet our assistant managers and the leaders in our office as well. With that being said, here are our assistant managers in training. We have Karina Mays and Ashley Fetty. These 2 young ladies are our assistant managers in training. So they're gearing up to that next level in advancement, which is pretty cool. And with that being said, I also am looking for more assistant managers. I'm looking for more people to step into side of leadership roles. So if you are interested in leadership or growth opportunities, we have plenty of room for growth. What's really cool about our company is that everyone is homegrown, which means everyone starts at the same sales rep position, which I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do today, and everyone advances throughout the ranks. So almost 4 years ago to the day, this is the exact same job that I started for, and I was able to progress my way up as well, which is pretty cool. So with that being said, I just want to dive into the 3 things that I look for in my assistant managers and the 3 things that I look for when promoting someone to go into advancement or leadership opportunities. So the first thing is a positive attitude. I don't want to deal with any negative Nellies, no negative Nancys, nothing like that, whatever acronyms you have. I don't want to deal with anyone negative. Everyone that's on my team is positive to a freaking fault, especially our assistant managers. You won't know if they had a good day or a bad day because they'll be smiling through them both. So that's the first thing, is a positive attitude. The second thing I look for is perfect effort. Nobody is perfect. I don't expect you guys to be perfect as well. When you guys first start off this job, you're probably going to be a little bad at it. I was terrible when I first started. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was awful at the job. I did so bad, but I gave the perfect effort. And so that's what I'm going to be asking for you guys today. I'm not perfect. I know you guys aren't perfect either. I'm going to be asking for perfect effort, though. Effort is 100% controllable. That is 100% dictated on you. What effort is to me is, do you give a shit? That's what effort really breaks down to me. And then the last thing I look for is consistency. Consistency in showing up to events, showing up to team meetings, showing up to our advanced training series. Those are the pretty much the three things that I look for. So if you guys have a positive attitude, you give it your best effort, and you show up, good things will happen with you guys as well. So that's what I look for my assistant managers, and that's what I also look for in our leadership opportunities. Next thing I want to go ahead and dive into and talk to you guys about is our branch manager opportunity. So Isabella Strublow and Annie Neeson, they are also going to be running their own offices in the summertime. So next summertime, they're going to be able to do what I do. They're going to be interviewing, training, teaching, coaching representatives on how to do the same job that I did. And not too long ago, Isabella and Annie were in the same position that you guys were. They learned one summer, and they're going to be teaching the next summer, which is pretty cool. So this is our internship program. So it's a 3-month, or pretty much a 3-month long, 100 days. So I guess 4.5, 3.5, whatever, numbers are hard. But it's going to be a 100-day long internship where you pretty much get your master's in business administration in 100 days. Now, you're not actually going to get your master's in business administration, but it is that high quality. I learned more in my branch manager experience about business than all of my years of college. I'm not putting down my education, but that's just how freaking good of a program our branch manager internship program is. So Isabella will be running her office, and Annie Neeson will also be running an office as well. And they're going to be doing it for 100 days. It's a 100-day sprint, and they have the opportunity to travel the world. Do you guys remember in the interview when I showed you all those pictures of places that I traveled? I was able to do that through the branch manager and the assistant manager roles and positions. So they can also compete for a national title, which I'm going to talk about here too in a little bit. They're going to be competing for a national title. They're also going to have the chance and the opportunity to travel the world and win a national sales contest and be able to travel. We're going to Ireland this year, which is pretty fire. So I'm really excited about that. So as you advance, you have more opportunity for travel, growth, and income opportunity as well. The next thing I want to go ahead and dive into is just my Cutco story. I just want to dive into my Cutco story, and I just kind of want to tell you guys a little bit more about my journey throughout the process. So when I first started this job, I was a senior in high school. One of my friends sold Cutco to my mom. And he sat down, did the presentation. My mom bought a single trimmer and a pair of super shears, and she absolutely loved them, and she used them every single day for years. And then when I was a senior, I was like, I need to get a job. And I was like, I'm just going to do the thing that Johnny did, because Johnny did really well with it. I walked into my interview and I was like, is this the place where Johnny worked? They're like, yeah. And I was like, is this where you sell knives and can make a lot of money? They're like, yeah. And I was like, cool, let's get started. So I started in March of 2019 at the end of my senior year of high school. I was able to get to $10,000 in sales in the first 4 weeks. And after that, I was promoted to become an assistant manager. As an assistant manager, I was able to sell another $25,000 and end the summer and $35,000 in personal sales to end the summer campaign. Because I crushed it as a sales representative and because I crushed it as an assistant manager, I actually had the opportunity to do our branch manager summer internship program, which is pretty cool. So my branch office was in the Castle Rock area. So I was promoted to become a branch manager. I actually broke the May branch sales record. So in the single month of May, our office sold $65,485 worth of product, which is pretty cool. And we did that in 1 month. So that record still stands to this day. We were the #1 branch in Rocky Mountain Division and the number 49 branch in the entire company nationwide, from West Coast to East Coast. We were number 49, which is pretty cool. At this point too, I was $57,892 in personal sales as well, which is pretty cool. And because I did so well as a branch manager, so I ran my branch office between my freshman and sophomore year of college. Because I did so well as a branch manager, I was actually promoted to become a district manager. So I went to a 2-year school. I got my associates in business. I graduated school on a Friday. I drove back home on Saturday, and I opened my office on Sunday. And that started my district manager promotion and started my district manager journey. I was the #1 new district manager in Rocky Mountain Division for that year, and I was number 12 in the entire company that year. So you can see me, my name down here in Rocky Mountain, Trey Mccullough, number 12 in the entire company, which was pretty cool. And now that brings us to where we are now. So this year, so far, we are the number 8 office in the entire company. We're at $152,000 in sales so far for the year. And last week, we were actually the #1 office in the company last week for first full year district managers. We did 5,558,000, or not thousand, I wish, $5,558 in sales last week. So the reason why I share all of this with you guys is to, one, let you guys know that I've done every single position in this job. I've been a sales rep. I've been an assistant manager. I've been a branch manager. I've been a district manager. And I've had success with every single part of this journey and every single part of this job. I'm not saying it to make you guys think that I'm cool or that I'm really awesome or that I'm like this like magic guy. No, I don't care. My dog Harper, he thinks I'm pretty cool. I don't need you guys to think I'm cool. The reason why I share this with you guys is because I want you guys to let you know that I have the experience. I've done what you guys have done. I've taught it for the past 3 years. I've been in this situation. Every situation you can possibly experience in your first week to 2 weeks on the job, I've experienced it 10 times plus. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. And I want you guys to have success this weekend. Right now, we're the number 8 office in the entire company. And if we get to #1, we get to win a national title. Our national titles are called Silver Cups. And I want to win a Silver Cup. I want to be the #1 office in the entire company this year. So do you guys remember in the interview when I said I want winners, I want champions, I want people that are part of a championship winning team? This is what I was talking about. This is the stuff that I was talking about. So this stuff lights me up. This is what I get excited about. This is what gets me going in the morning. I want to win a national title. I want to win a Silver Cup. So with that being said, everything I teach you guys in the next 2 days and through the advanced training process is going to lead you guys to success. I'm not going to tell you guys something that's not going to work because I want you guys to sell a lot of knives. I want you guys to do this job and I want you guys to have success in your first weekend, because if someone hasn't told you this today yet, every single time you guys book a presentation, it matters. Every single time you guys make a sale, it matters. And you guys freaking matter. You guys are part of the Colorado Springs teams. You're part of the Colorado Springs Kings and Queens squad. And you guys matter to me and you guys matter to our squad. It takes an army and it takes a team to win this. No one person can do it on their own. So you guys freaking matter. You guys are part of a championship winning team. And I'm going to show you guys how to have success. I'm going to show you guys how to be winners. Because you know what? I'm not cool with number 8. Being in the top 10 is cool, but I'd rather be top 5. And I'm just letting you know right now, top 5 is cool, but I'd rather be top 2, but I'm not 2. So think about that. Top 2, but I'm not 2. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to have success and how to do this job at a very high level. With that being said, this is our team goal. This is our team goal. So our team goal is to sell $125,000 by November 22nd. What we've done so far is 53,592. What we have left is 71,408. So what we need per week is our team to sell $7,934 worth of product every single week for the next 9 weeks to hit that goal. If we do that, if we hit that magic number of 7934, we will become the #1 office in the entire company, and we will win a national title. And we will win a national title. So the reason why I want you guys to write all of this down, and if you guys haven't, please write this stuff down. The reason why I want you guys to write this stuff down is because you guys are now a part of something bigger and greater than yourself. You're now a part of something bigger and greater than yourself. If you've never had the opportunity to be a part of a championship winning team and lock arms with some teammates and just run through a wall with them, this is that chance. This is that opportunity. I want to build something special. I want to build a team of winners. And I want to show you guys how to be winners. So that is our team goal, $125,000 by November 22nd. So next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is just a little bit more about our business, and a little bit more about our company. I want to start kind of at the bigger scale and kind of scale down. So Vector and Cutco are our companies. Cutco makes the products, Vector sells the products. So how Vector does, Cutco does. How Cutco does, Vector does. And here's just some pretty cool awards that we've gotten in the past couple of years. So Business Insider put Vector in the number 15 out of the top 25 best large companies for work-life balance. CNBC put us in the top 50 best large companies for women. Thrillist put us at number 33 in the top 50 best large companies with the happiest employees. And Forbes put us at number 23 in the top 50 best large companies for corporate culture. College.com put Cutco at the #1 job for college and high school students for the summertime, which is pretty cool. And USA Today put us at number 12 in top 20 US companies to work for. So that's a little bit about our company and the overview of who we are as Vector. So next is our region. So there's 7 regions in the entire company. We are part of the Southwest region. I want you guys to go ahead and write that down. We are in the Southwest region. We are in the Southwest region. The Southwest region, we also call it the South Best region because we are the best region in the entire company. So far this year, we have been the #1 region every single week for over 40 weeks in a row. It is a domination. You guys are part of the best region in the entire company. Our region last year won a national title. And this year, our goal as a region is to be #1 every single week for an entire 12 months in a row, for an entire year. And we are on pace to do it. So we are really good at what we do here in Southwest region. Next step down is the Rocky Mountain Division. I want you guys to write this down. Rocky Mountain Division. The Rocky Mountain Division is the #1 ranked division in company history. We are the #1 ranked division in company history. The Rocky Mountain Division stretches over Colorado, New Mexico, Wyoming, and parts of Texas. So that is our division. And we are the #1 division in company history. Our division has won over 23 national titles. We've won over 23 national titles. We are the most winning division in company history. And it's all led by our division manager, Drew Frank. So I want you guys to go ahead and write down that name, Drew Frank. Drew Frank is our division manager. Drew Frank is our division manager. He's the Rocky Mountain Division manager. And in quotes, you can put the fucking GOAT. He is the fucking GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. He has trained more people to get into the Cutco Hall of Fame. So to get in the Cutco Hall of Fame, you either need to teach people how to sell $10 million worth of Cutco $10 million worth of Cutco, or you personally need to sell $2 million worth of Cutco. We have over 10 people in the Cutco Hall of Fame just from our division in the past 10 years. It is unreal. It is unreal. So we're really good at what we do. And every single national title that Rocky Mountain has, it has been spear-fronted by Drew Frank. He is our division manager. He is, AKA, he's my boss. He's my boss. So he's really good at what he does. Our division is really good at what we do. Our entire company follows what Rocky Mountain does. What Rocky Mountain does, our Southwest region does, and then all the other regions and all the other offices in our entire company, they follow what we do here in Rocky Mountain. And so you guys landed in the perfect spot by chance to be living in Colorado and be a part of the #1 division in company history, which is pretty cool. So you guys lucked out from just living here in Colorado. So that's a little bit about Drew Frank and our division. Now dropping down in our division, in the Rocky Mountain Division, we have over 5 offices in the Rocky Mountain Division right now. And guess who's the #1 office in Rocky Mountain Division? us, the Springs Kings and Queens. So I like to keep that tradition going. I like to be number one all the time. So we're in the number one division and the number one region and the number one office and the number one company. So I really like that. I really like that attitude. I like that mentality that we have. I'm gonna teach you guys how to be winners. I'm gonna teach you guys how to be champions today. So with that being said, what we're gonna go ahead and dive into is we're going to play a quick video that will just go over the job and the pay structure a little bit. Drew's going to lead this. Training today will be a little bit of a combination between me and Drew. Drew has some pre-recorded videos of him explaining how pay works, how schedules work, and all that fun stuff. And so I just want to do a quick pay breakdown review. Then we're going to do some icebreakers so that I can get you guys talking, because I've been talking for a long time and I want to hear you guys talk. I just don't want to talk at you guys all day, so I'm going to be asking for a lot of interactions. So then we're going to do some icebreakers so I can get to know you guys a little bit better. You guys get to know other people on our team and who we're going to be going through training with the next couple of days. And then we're going to do a full presentation walkthrough. We get to learn product knowledge. We get to learn about our goals, our competitors, and how to ask for the order. Then we're going to be diving into who our customers are and who buys Cutco. And then we're going to make a schedule and make some phone calls, and then we'll be done. So that's how training is going to look for the next couple hours. So if you're excited to learn, if you're excited to watch this video of Drew, can I go ahead and get a thumbs up? Perfect. Well, let's go ahead and dive in. So let's dive into the 3 keys for today. We got 3 keys for today. So key number 1 is trust the process and follow the program. Trust the process and follow the program. Joel Embiid, the process, right? You always hear him saying, trust the process, trust the process. He's an NBA player, for those of you who don't know. But trust the process. Guys, we've been around since 1949. We have over 73 years of experience on our side. Everything I'm going to teach you guys, we've done research, psychology studies. We've done the freaking works to make sure that everything that we're teaching you guys is perfect. Perfect. We've done it for you guys. Everything's already there. So next thing under trust the process and follow the program, I want you to write, read your script. Read your script. Circle it. Highlight it. Star it. Put your favorite cuss word in front of it. I don't care. We put 73 years of experience, 73 years of trial and error, 73 years of scientific studies into our script, into our programs. Our script works. Our script works. Guys, I'm reading a script right now. This is literally my script. I'm not sure if you can see that. This is my script. I literally have a script right now. You guys would have never known. So it works. Read your script. It works. When you guys first start off at this job, it is so key and so important to follow the script and follow the program. This is the script. The script is what our Cutco sales professionals say in their appointments. So our Cutco sales professionals are people who are $2 million, $400,000, $10 million in career sales. This is what they're saying to their customers. And the best part is, if you read it word for word, bar for bar, verse for verse, you will sound exactly like our Cutco sales professionals. And probably better. You'll sound better than our Cutco sales professionals. So you will have success if you follow the program. If you read your script, trust the process, and follow the program, you will have success. That's the next thing I want you guys to go ahead and write down. You will have success if you follow the program. You will have success if you follow the program. You will have success if you follow the program. Key number 2 into success for today is be coachable. Be coachable. I'm not your boss. I'm not your manager. I'm your coach. And this weekend, your guys' first week on the job, my first week on the job. We're going to go through this together. And I'm going to coach the hell out of you guys. I'm going to coach the hell out of you guys. I will set you up for success. Our office is going after big goals. I showed you guys the Silver Cup reports. Our goal of $125,000 by November 22nd. I will set you up for success. I will make sure that you guys do have success. You guys need to be coachable. You need to be open to that teaching, open to that coaching. So with that being said, if I see you guys leading, or if I see you guys doing something that won't lead to success, I'm going to point you in the right direction. I'm just going to say, hey, don't do it this way. Doing it this way won't work. Make sure you try it this way. This is the way we're supposed to do it. I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, you're so wrong. Why would you ever do that? You're such a stupid idiot face person. I'm not going to say that to you guys. It's just a slight tweak in the right direction, right? One of my favorite analogies is if you're going from LA to New York and you're off by like 1 degree, you're ending up in like West Virginia, right? Over time, when you first start off, it might not seem like that big of a deal, but over time, it's a drastic change. So if I see you guys doing something that won't lead to success, it's just a slight course adjustment. That's a slight point in the right direction. And when I do give you guys this coaching, I want you to write this down. It's never going to be an attack on your character. So when I coach you guys, it's never an attack on your character. It's never an attack on who you are as a person. It's not an attack, or it's not because I don't like you. I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't like this person, so I'm just going to like tell them they're doing everything wrong. That's not me. That's not Vector. That's not how we do things. It's all coming from a place of love, and it's all coming from a place of wanting to see you guys win and be successful. Tough love is still love. Tough love is still love. So I want to make sure that I'm setting you guys up for success. So can I get a pinky promise this weekend that you guys will be open to my coaching, open to the teaching, and implement and trust the process and follow the program? Can I get pinkies up? Pinkies up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. And this leads us into our last tip for success and our last key to success. This key is MAC customers. Is MAC customers. MAC customers. MAC is an acronym. It's an abbreviation. It stands for something. MAC customers. MAC customers. MAC customers are the people that buy Cutco. That is our target market. That is who our product is meant for. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So what I want you guys to go ahead and do is I want you to write an M, skip like 5 or 6 lines, write an A, skip 5 or 6 lines, write a C, skip 5 or 6 lines. We're going to dive deep into this. And this is a concept, and this is going to be probably the most influential part of training today. This is going to be the most influential part of training today. So right next to MAC customers, I want you to write what sales is. Sales is putting the product in front of the customer and showing the value in that product. That's what sales is. Sales is putting the product in front of the customer and showing the value in that product. That's what sales is. Putting the product in front of the customer and showing the value in that product. That's what sales is. I don't know where people got this like negative stigma. They're like, oh, salespeople are so this, salespeople are so that. No, sales is easy. Guys, sales is easy. Sales is putting the product in front of the customer and showing the value in that product. So let me give you guys an example. If I was selling mud tires for ATVs and I had a TV commercial, I could put this TV commercial on any TV network I wanted. And I was trying to get sales. I was trying to sell these mud tires. Would I put that TV commercial on Cartoon Network? Would I put it on like Disney Channel where all the little kids are? No, they're not interested in mud tires. They can't buy mud tires. Would I put it on like the Oprah Winfrey Network? Would I put it on like OWN TV or like TLC where all like the moms are? No, they're not interested in mud tires. Where am I going to put that TV commercial? I'm going to put it on Spike TV. I'm going to put it on the History Channel. I'm going to put it on the Discovery Channel where all the dads are, right?
Sports channel.
Sports channel, yeah. I'm going to put it where my customers are. And then the TV commercial will obviously show the value in it, but I got to put it in front of the right people. I can show mud tires to little kids. Are they going to buy it? No. Can I do an amazing presentation and show the incredible value of our product to a little kid? Absolutely. Yeah, I can show the value in it. Are they going to buy anything? No. Because they're not our target market. They're not our customers. So, show Mac customers. So, let's dive in. What are Mac customers? The M. The M stands for married. We want to show married couples together. We want to show married couples together. Here's why showing married couples is so important. Cutco is a family product. Cutco is a family product. Families cook together, families eat together. So we want to show married couples together. This weekend, when you guys do your very first couple presentations, do not show the crazy single cat lady down the street that has like 10 cats and lives by herself. Do not show her. She will not buy Cutco. Do not show the single bachelor who's like 23 years old and lives in his own apartment and just balls off like Jimmy Johnson Chipotle. Don't show me this weekend, right? They don't buy Cutco. Married couples buy Cutco. Another reason why showing married couples is so important is because of dual income. And if one person doesn't have a job and the other one stays at home, it's because the other one makes enough money where they don't have to work. Then they can stay home. But dual income is important. Why is dual income so important? I want you to write this down too. Is Cutco is expensive. Oh no, he said the E word. He said Cutco's expensive. Oh my gosh. Guys, you already know Cutco's the best product in the world. Cutco's the best product in the world. Buy once, use every single day, never have to replace, forever guaranteed. It sells itself. It really does sell itself. You don't have to try very hard. But it is expensive. But underneath of that, I want you to write Cutco is affordable. It may be expensive, but it is affordable. We have payment options. So your customers can split it up on a 5-pay, a 3-pay, or a 2-pay. So if they wanted to ball out and get $1,000 worth of stuff, they'd only be paying like $250. Yes, Cutco is expensive, but it's also affordable. We make it affordable. Cutco's for the average everyday American. That is who Cutco is for. Who's ever heard the phrase of good things aren't cheap and cheap things aren't good? Exactly. Perfect. Who's had something where every time they used it, wore it, felt it, touched it, they're like, ooh, this is nice. I like this. Like, I'm so glad I spent some money on this. Ooh. Who's here has bought something and then like as soon as you used it, touched it, it like broke, ripped, and it like didn't work. And you're like, this was the dumbest waste of money I think I've ever spent anything on. Right? So that's the idea with Cutco. We'd rather have them feeling good about themselves than saying, hey, I spent a lot of money on this and I really like these, versus we'd rather explain the price once than apologize for poor quality over and over and over again. That's a philosophy, and that's the idea behind Cutco. So show married couples together. Families cook together, families eat together. Dual income, cheap things aren't good, and good things aren't cheap. Next is the A. Next thing is the A in Mac customers. A stands for age. A stands for age. We want to show people that are between the ages of 30 and 60. We're going to show people between the ages of 30 and 60. So let's talk about why we don't typically show people over the age of 60. Our forever guarantee is our biggest selling point. I did a presentation for one of my grandma's friends in her church, and she goes, Trey, I have no purpose, no use in buying this because this forever guarantee for me is like 20 years max. I was like, oh, I was like, okay. But she was being real. She was being honest. She was like, the forever guarantee is not that big of a selling point for me. I can't justify that. And forever for them is not that long. Also, we're doing virtual presentations. We're doing virtual presentations. My grandma just got an iPhone, and like she'll FaceTime me and she'll be like this close to the camera. She'll be like, "Hey Trey, can you hear me? Can you see me?" I'm like, "Grandma, back up. I can hear you. I can see you." Right? They're not as good with technology. And also at that point in their life, when they're over the age of 60, they're trying to downsize more than they are get more things. My grandparents, they just moved out of their 6-bedroom house in Colorado. They sold it and they moved to a small 2-bedroom house in Missouri. And they got rid of like everything. Like that big house that all my aunts and uncles grew up in, they sold it and they moved out in the country where things were a lot cheaper and things were a lot smaller. Right? They're trying to downsize. They're not trying to get more things. But with that being said, this weekend, if you want to show grandma or grandpa and they can open up a FaceTime, they can open up a Zoom, show grandma or grandpa this weekend. They're like the only people that are like obligated to buy. They're your grandparents. They're your grandparents, right? So as long as you can walk grandma and grandpa through a Zoom presentation or even get them on a FaceTime or even a simple phone call and they can see your presentation, do a presentation for grandma and grandpa. But typically that's why we don't show people over the age of 60. So outside of grandma and grandpa, I don't recommend it. Now, is there exceptions? Absolutely. But for the most part, I say steer clear. Now, let's talk about why under the age of 30 is so important. Why do we not show people under the age of 30? It's because one, they don't care. They don't care. If you were to like give 18-year-old me, 18-year-old Trey a presentation and ask me to buy thousands of dollars worth of Cutco, I'll say, dude, I live at home. I live in my mom's basement. My mom cooks everything for me. Like, I don't think I've ever cooked a meal in my life. Like, why are you trying to sell this to me? Like, they don't care. The only thing that 18-year-old Trey cared about was playing Xbox and playing basketball with my friends in school. Those are like the three things that I cared about. Like, if you had to break down 18-year-old Trey's core values, it was Xbox, basketball, and friends in school. That was it. They just don't care. Now, fast forward a little bit older. My mom got me a toaster oven for Christmas. Show of hands, has anyone here ever used a toaster oven or has a toaster oven? Oh my God, it's the best. I love toaster ovens. They are lit. If you were to give 18-year-old Trey a toaster oven, I'd be like, have you lost your mind? Like, this is dumb. But now that I'm older, I'm like, dude, toaster oven. I'm going to cook so much stuff in my toaster oven. Like, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. But people that are under the age of 30, they're not excited about things for the house. They're not excited about cooking materials. They're just not at that point in life yet. Also, they don't have the income yet. They don't have the savings. They don't have the income. They don't have the jobs. They're doing jobs. They don't have careers. They don't have that foundation yet. They're still starting off in life. Now, let's talk about why we show people between the ages of 30 and 60. We show people over the age of 30 because, one, they have savings. They've graduated college. They've paid off their student loans. They're no longer working a job. They're in a job in their career field, and they don't have a job. They have a career. They're advancing. They know how to budget their money. They're also cooking not only for themselves, but they're cooking for their family. They got to feed the wife and kids. So that's why we show people between the ages of 30 and 60. The last one is the C, and this is kind of a trick question. This is kind of a trick one. Who here took Spanish 1? Who knows a little bit of Spanish? Awesome. What is CASA? CASA stands for what? House.
Oh, yeah.
House. You want to show people who have a house or a crib, whatever you want to call it, the CASA or the crib. We're going to show married couples between the ages of 30 and 60 that live in a house. Now, why is living in a house so important? Because they have this magic word called a mortgage. They have a mortgage. They're going to be there for the next 30 years. They're going to be there for the next 30 years. And I want you to write this down. Things for the house, they don't cost hundreds, they cost thousands. Things for the house, they don't cost hundreds, they cost thousands. They cost thousands of dollars, not hundreds, thousands. How much do people put down on a house on average? What percent? What percent does someone put down on a house? Like, I want to go buy a house. How much am I putting down?
500K.
So for
Like
a first time,
60.
60 is a little high, 2 is a little low. So usually like 5% when you're a first time house buyer, usually like 5%. But usually those people are usually our MAC customers. Usually pretty typical is 20%. 20% down on a house is pretty standard, pretty average. Now, is there times where you can get lower? Sometimes you get higher? Yeah, but on average, 20%. So on a $100,000 house, what's 20% of $100,000? That's 20 grand. So just to put a deposit down on the house, they're spending 20 grand. And I'll let you guys know this right now. Oh my gosh, I have a surprise for you guys. Are you guys ready for this? I have a big surprise. You guys ready? Drew, what's going on?
Hey Trey, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I was actually just talking about you.
Good. Well, as you should be, right? No, I'm just kidding. Kylie, hi Kylie. I like the plant hanging down. I like your plant game. Terry Lynn, how you doing? Is it Terry Lynn or Terry Lynn? Did I get it
Terry
right?
Lynn.
Terry Lynn, great to meet you. And Juan, what's up, Juan?
Hello, how you doing?
Good to meet you too. Juan, how'd you hear about the job?
I'm pretty liking it. I hear you where's to go, so I'm liking it now, like more. I'm
Yeah,
pretty much enjoying the time.
Nice. The training's going good so far?
Yeah, I'm having
Good.
fun.
Good. You heard about, did you hear about it through a friend or through school?
Yeah, through a friend.
Nice. And Kylie, what about you?
I've actually been doing job searching and found it through Facebook.
Awesome. My brother told me about the job and kind of forced me into selling Cutco. I didn't have a choice. My brother was already doing well and my parents already loved the job. And they were like, they were so surprised that my brother's habits, like his room was clean and he was, way more responsible and he was way more confident. So they're like, you need to learn this stuff too. And I started right out of high school. So I didn't really have a choice. I was like, I gotta guess I'm selling knives. So that's awesome. Terry Lynn, how'd you hear about it?
I was walking to class and I saw a flyer with a phone number. So I texted the phone number and here I am.
Good. Well, welcome. I just wanted to say hi real quick and welcome you to the team and welcome you to Cutco. I've been doing this for 20 years and I will tell you that it's better now than it was 20 years ago. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever when I first started. I loved the income opportunity. I loved that, what I could put into it. I got out and I was so competitive. And I was always so frustrated with other jobs because I felt like I worked harder than everybody else, but got the same paycheck. And I was like, well, if I'm going to show up earlier, stay later, work harder, treat people better, smile more, and like put more effort into it, well, I should be paid for my value and not my time. So I loved Cutco because I got paid what I was worth and nobody was going to tell me to stop. If I wanted to work all weekend and do appointments all day Saturday and Sunday and make money versus going out and partying and doing all these things, then I should be able to. And I love that Cutco didn't hold me back from that. But at the same time, it allowed me to have the time that if I wanted to go out and spend time with my friends or have those weekends, that I had that option too. So I really loved that it was self-paced. I loved that it was self-motivated. I was the type of person with a little bit of a cocky dude, like, don't tell me what to do. I want to tell myself what to do. So this was the perfect job for me because my managers, they gave me all the tools, they gave me the support, they gave me the motivation. But ultimately I got to decide how much I could go and how much I could, how much I wanted to work. So for me, I loved it. And if you're a self-paced person, like if you can push yourself, the job is really easy. If you need somebody to push you, let Trey know. He'll do that for a while, and eventually you'll be making enough in commissions that you'll be able to push yourself. But just be honest with yourself and be honest with Trey with what your needs are. But if you can motivate yourself and you don't need somebody to remind you to jump on the phone and book your appointments, to be a pretty easy. And then the other thing that I loved was the experience. I learned right away, how much I was growing. My professional skills, my public speaking, my ability to get along with anybody in any situation, my ability to handle questions or concerns or objections, whether it was Cutco or not. These were really, really important life skills. So whether I was just going to work for that first summer or as it turns out 20 years later, those skills that I learned right away in Cutco we're going to be with me for the rest of my life. So no matter how long you're here, if this is a short-term job just for a few months, or you plan on being here for many, many years, either way, everything you learn in Cutco is going to be with you and be impactful for the rest of your life. So I feel like, even on a day where you don't make any sales, you learned a lot that day, and that was good for your character and good for your long-term strength and capacity. So everything that you do in this job is a positive. And then certainly the experience makes you that much more valuable for your dream job. So when you get offered that dream job in your industry, in your major, whatever you want to do in life, you're going to be that much more valuable, that much more productive, and earn that much more because of the skills that you learn with Cutco. So just feel good about it, and don't feel like you have to have a long-term vision to work really hard. Like, you can be like, I'm just going to do this for a couple of months, but I'm going to work my ass off. That's worthwhile. So don't feel like you just need to test the water. Just dive in head first, and you'll get the most out of it. And then the last thing was the people. I just love the people in Vector. It attracted entrepreneurial, motivated, hardworking people that had this vision of life that that they didn't want it to be wasted, and everything they did, whether it was fun or friends or family or work, they were going to get the most out of it. And that's what attracts people to Cutco. That's probably why you're here. You probably have an overachiever mindset. It doesn't mean you have this cocky attitude and ego about yourself. It just means that that if you put your mind into something, you're probably going to get a better result than the average person. And because you know that about yourself, this is a perfect job for you because it's based on your effort. So I love that Cutco attracted people like that. I love that the mentors and leaders were motivated and incentivized based on how well I did. I love that Trey doesn't make a salary. He only does well when the office does well. And that means that he's got to give it 100%. He's got to be there and give you his energy, his training, his time, his attention, his support, his coaching. When you have a good day, he's going to be your biggest cheerleader. When you have a tough day, he's going to be the first to remind you that it doesn't matter, because we sell knives, and the worst thing that can happen is somebody has to use their crappy knives for a little bit longer until it clicks and they buy Cutco eventually, right? It's the worst thing that can happen in this job. You still get paid. So he's going to be the first to remind you that your best days come after your worst days, your biggest sales come after your no sales, and you just keep your head up, because the averages will always work out in your favor. You'll always get good results from that. So, lean into your mentors and leaders. Trey was one of the most outstanding, college students that I've seen in a really long time, balancing college basketball and his assistant manager schedule and doing a lot of appointments and selling a lot of Cutco, balancing all that together and doing it at a high level. You have a lot that you can learn from his example. So ask him as many questions as you can. Take his advice. He's only going to give you advice that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for him. If you don't make money, he doesn't make money. So you're all in it together. And so again, listen to his advice, and call him as much as you can. But good luck this weekend. Thanks for letting me stop by. I appreciate the time and letting me give you a couple words of wisdom. But have fun. Cutco's a blast. You're gonna have so much fun with your customers, and just enjoy today. Enjoy training tomorrow. We have such a cool product. We have such a cool presentation. It's so much fun what we do. So just try to do as much of it as possible, because the more you do right away, the more comfortable and confident you're going to be more quickly. So anyway, enjoy, have fun. Good to meet you guys.
All right, see you, Drew.
Bye.
See ya.
Awesome. That's him. That's the guy from the videos. That's the Hall of Fame Drew freaking Frank. That's the freaking GOAT. Something else I really like about our company is that we like to show out. We like to pop out. We like to be able to meet you guys. So yeah, Drew, he likes to spend time out of his day to get to know you guys, to ask how you guys heard about the job, to build that relationship, build that connection. So a lot of people don't even get to meet like the manager of like the store that they work at, let alone their division manager. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. So that's Drew Frank. I was gonna say it's Drew motherfucking Frank, but anyway, that's Drew Frank. So he's real. He's pretty cool. So let's pick up back where we left off. So And we talked about how much things for the house cost. So putting 20% down on a $100,000 house, that's 20 grand. That's 20 grand, right? I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, a little snippet. There is no house in Colorado that's $100,000. It is way higher. It is way, way higher. Houses in Colorado, minimum like 300,000 for a good one. 300,000 for a good one. So on a $300,000 house, that's 60 grand. What about $500,000 house? That's 100 grand. What about the houses that, who knows someone that has like the $1 million houses, the granite with the granite countertops, the super nice everything's, $200,000 for that house, just as a down deposit. So things for the house, they don't cost hundreds, they cost thousands. How much do you guys think the average coffee table costs?
Probably like 1-2 grand.
So 2 grand, little out there. That's like really high end. It might have like the chargers, the super nice stuff. But anyway, for a coffee table, about $800 to $1,000 for a good quality coffee table. Now, can you go to Walmart or can you go to Goodwill or like the thrift store and get like a $20 or like Facebook Marketplace? Can you get like a $20 coffee table off Facebook Marketplace? Absolutely. But can we all agree that our Mac customers, people that are married over the age of 30, live in a house, that they are not furnishing their house with the Walmart collection and the Goodwill collection? Can we agree that they're not doing that? Show of hands. Is that a fair assumption? All right, cool. So the coffee table, anywhere from $800 to $1,000. What about the average bed? It's a big mattress, just full of foam. How much does the average bed cost?
Mine cost about $2,000, just brand new, with not even, it was a little bit of memory foam.
Yeah, $2,000 for a mattress. That's exactly right. Now, the sleep numbers that have like the up and down, the remotes and the temperature, and they like do like little wave design as you sleep. Now, those ones, anywhere from 10 to 15,000. But on average, pretty standard, 2 to 3K for an average bed. 2 to 3,000. What about the refrigerator? Has a door, you put food in it, keep stuff cold. How much does the average refrigerator cost?
$5,000 to $10,000.
3 to 4. 3 to 4,000 is pretty standard. 3 to 4,000 for a nice fridge. Now, are there refrigerators that like the LG ones have the cameras inside of it? You can then connect it to the Wi-Fi and it has like a screen on it and like super fancy. Like, yeah, those ones way more, way expensive. But just for on average, your standard fridge, anywhere from 3 to 4,000. Now, what about the dining room table? How much does the dining room table cost?
I want to say like 1,500 for an okay one.
That's way higher. That's just a regular table. I'm talking dining room table, like 12-seater. Dining room table.
I want to say it's like, I want to say 900 to 10,
Anywhere
depending on like for.
anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 for a dining room table. $5,000 to $6,000. Now the fancy ones have the fancy carvings and moldings on it, way more. Those are 10, 20 for a dining room table. So what I want you guys to understand from this part is I need you guys to shift the way you think about money. Things for the house, they don't cost hundreds, they cost thousands. My dad just bought a house in San Antonio, Texas, and he bought this super nice dining room table. It fits like 10 people. There's only 4 people in our family that ever like come over, so I don't know why he got such a big table. But he got a huge dining room table. It fits 10 people, $6,500, $6,500 for that table. Then he got a rug imported from Egypt. And he was like, it's hand woven by these people in Egypt. And then the thing with the stuff, and it's like this, whatever. And I was like, all right, dude. But $1,100 for that rug. And then shipping costs to get it from Egypt to Texas. And then through customs. In total, he spent $3,000 on that rug. And then my stepmom, She's super bougie. She wanted a crystal chandelier. So she spent another $3,000 on the crystal chandelier. So between the table, the rug, and the chandelier, it was like $20,000. It's $20,000 for that room. It's the room that I'm not even allowed to go in. It's like the no touch room. I'm like, Dad, this is why you're making me pay my way through school and pay my way through college, because you wanted to ball out on a freaking rug and a table and a chandelier. This is why I have to pay for my own college? What the hell? It's the room I'm not even allowed to go in. We don't even use it. We just sit in the kitchen and eat. Right? It's all vacuumed the same way. They're like, don't look at that room. Don't even touch that room. Turn around, go away. It's because they spent 20 grand just on that room. So what I want you to understand is things for the house, they don't cost hundreds, they cost thousands. And the older you get, the more things start to be expensive. The older you get, the more expensive things start to get. So when you're in like elementary school and like mom or dad gives you $5, you're balling. $5 in middle school, like elementary school, you're chilling. You can go to the book fair, get some stickers, get some cool erasers. You're chilling. Like you're having a good time. Now you're in middle school. In middle school, how much money do you need? $20. You need $20 in middle school. You need $20. $5 isn't going to cut it anymore. It's not going to get you a lot. And then you go from middle school to high school. $20 isn't even going to put enough gas in your car to fill it up to get to school. Right? How much you need in high school? $100. You need $100. Right? $100, put gas in your car, maybe take your girlfriend out on a nice date, get some Chick-fil-A, go to the movies. You're balling with $100 in high school. Now you're in college. $100 isn't going to cut it anymore. How much do you need? $1,000. You need $1,000. And $1,000 doesn't last you very long in college either. Now you're graduated from college. $1,000 won't even pay for the security deposit on your apartment. So what I want to start clicking for you guys is that things for the house, they don't cost hundreds, they cost thousands. And the older you get, the more expensive things cost. So the last thing I want you guys to go ahead and put down is I want you to put a little lowercase k next to Mac customers. I want you to put MAC and like a little K. K stands for kids. If you show a married couple between the ages of 30 and 60 that live in a house and have kids, I call that a Big Mac customer. No smiles. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty clever. You guys are the worst. You guys need to start laughing at my jokes more. A Big Mac.
That was just bad. Hold on. That was just bad. That was just bad.
McDonald's Big Mac? No? You guys never had a Big Mac before?
All right. I have. I get it. I get it. It was bad.
He's never had a Big Mac? That's crazy. Anyway, so Big Mac customer, married, over the age of 30, between the ages of 30 and 60, has a house and has kids. So this weekend, your first 4 days on the job, no exceptions, no ifs, ands, or buts. You will show people that are married between the ages of 30 and 60 and live in a home and have kids. If you want to sell Cutco, if you want to be successful, you will show Mac customers. You will show Mac customers. And I won't let you show anyone that is not a Mac customer. No ifs, ands, or buts, no exceptions. At least not for your first 4 days on the job. I want your first 4 days on the job to be about confidence. With that being said, if you're a little nervous about people, or if you're a little nervous about Mac customers and not having a lot of Mac customers on your list, I'm just letting you guys know right now, Mac customers are everywhere. They are everywhere. I want you to write this down. Mac customers are everywhere. Mac customers are everywhere. You guys just got to go find them. Go stand outside of Target for like 30 minutes. See how many married couples you see walk in there. You'll see a bunch of happy wives skipping their way into Target, and you'll see a bunch of men dragging their feet behind them. All right, they got to go buy stuff for the house. Right? Go to Williams-Sonoma. Go to Bed Bath & Beyond. Go to the department store. See how many married couples you see walk in and out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. If you're nervous about Cutco costing a lot of money, go stand at the register. People swipe their cards, $500, $300, $200. And when they see the $200, $300, $400, $500 on the register, do they go, oh my gosh, $500? They say, no, here you go. Here's the card, swipe, and they go to the next store and do it again, right? Like you can't go to Costco without spending less than $500. Like it's hard not to. So Mac customers are everywhere and people are spending money all the time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into our first break of the day. So we're going to go ahead and dive into our first break. When we come back from break, we're going to be doing a full demo walkthrough. I'm going to be showing you guys the script for your guys' presentation. I'll show you how the actual presentation works. And I'm going to do a presentation for you guys. I'm going to do a whole presentation for you guys. You guys are going to be my mock customer. I'm going to show you how it should look, how it should feel, and all that fun stuff. Then we'll also be diving into product knowledge throughout that. We'll also talk about our competitors throughout that full demo process. I'm going to show you our entire presentation. After that, we're going to work on our names list and build our names list, our customer list, and who we can show Cutco to. And then we're going to build a schedule. I'm going to teach you guys how to make phone calls, and then we're going to be done. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take our first break.